Welcome back to Across the Glass Sea, a live play 5th edition D&D podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Nathaniel Miller, and I am joined in studio by...
Ben Gilbreth. I'm playing Temerian Consequences Narcile.
Ooh. As well as...
What's up, guys? Michael Zool playing Lichen I Etholomule.
One day we will find out what the I stands for.
No, you won't.
All right.
I have a guess already, but...
Last time in Tyroa, our heroes explored Hermida, a port city in the Asturian colonies. They quickly discovered that their contact, Admiral Lucia Cassian, who held the key to long-lost secrets that might prevent a war between nations, had been accused of treason and was nowhere to be found. She was in hiding. Posing as bounty hunters, you two shopped around and explored some of the seedy nightlife of the city, discovering clues and rumors that the Admiral might be in the tunnels beneath the city. You also heard of a rumor of a mysterious danger lurking in the tunnels beneath the city. As you were making your way back to the White Wake, the group was embroiled in a brawl with the city guard, but you were able to make your escape. You've made it back to your ship. You are hanging out with your crew, your friends. Burgund, the hobgoblin cook, has made a delicious meal for you all, and as you settle into an evening of spending time with comrades and enjoying some good food, that's where we find Lichen and Tam.
Bogan, that smells delicious.
Yes, well, thank you very much for saying so. It's a new recipe that I've been working on. I found from across my various travels. They call them burritos, and I hope that you enjoy them.
All right, then.
What kind of burritos? What you got going on in this?
You see, it's stuffed with rice and beans and other vegetables. There's some onions in there, as this is an onion town. But there's no fish. He felt strongly that fish did not belong in this, and so it seems like there's some sort of poultry. You're not sure if it's like a turkey or chicken or something, but there's poultry stuffed in this burrito as well.
We'll take ours to go real quick. Is Cell around?
Yeah, she's in the room with you guys. She's eating.
So who all's here?
So Cell is there. Bergen, obviously. Penelope, the ship's mage, who you guys met, who you've sailed with before. And there are two other crewmen as well, who are just hangers-on after the shipwreck.
And what time is it? What time of day?
It's dinner. It's like,
okay, yeah,
it's
right.
dark outside.
Thus the eating of dinner.
Probably about 7 o'clock at night.
So we're back on the ship now. Tam, do you want to do one quick once over on the dock? Should be pretty easy to see if anyone's followed us.
Yeah, can I just see if there's somebody?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
That's a nat 1 for a total of 6.
Well, even with a 6, because with a nat 1, right, that's not an auto fail. You get
just
something.
Bad.
You definitely don't notice anyone following you. You do notice that even at this hour, there is hustle and bustle along the docks, and there are fishermen casting off and sailing out for some night fishing. You see several people kind of scurrying between ships, offering food, assorted goods. In particular, you notice a minotaur who is standing kind of at the edge, a little bit down the dock, notices you. You're not quite sure what his deal is, but he's aware of you. Like you guys lock eyes for like a second, and he like looks away awkwardly.
Nothing really to report. Apparently there is a minotaur, and based on what Jem was saying, nobody here likes those.
Maybe
Give me a history check.
Maybe he knows that you just framed him for a crime.
That's another natural 1. That's 2 strikes on the metal dice.
With a nat 1, Jem was exaggerating. Minotaurs, they're
For a 2. This one was a 2.
Yeah, you would know that minotaurs are fairly common.
Can I roll since I've been here
Yes.
a couple times? Okay.
And you're more well traveled than Tam
Oh
is.
my gosh.
Isn't that 1?
It's a 2.
Oh!
So history would be
That's intelligence, my son.
that's a 1. That is intelligence. You are correct.
Not a natural 1.
Nope.
An unnatural 1.
dirty
Unnatural.
one.
A dirty 1. Or is it a clean 1? Yeah, with a 1, minotaurs are around. I mean, there was a minotaur first mate on your ship. I should say,
yeah.
actually,
This is so bad. I forgot about that.
I should say, actually, you wouldn't have needed to roll for some of this information. You know that the Minotaur homeland is an island called Ceres, and it was a part of the Admiralty's territories up until about 30 years ago. and the Minotaurs essentially revolted. And the Admiralty has been at open war with the Minotaurs, the Republic, since then, and essentially maintains a near constant blockade around this island. There are Minotaurs throughout the world, but they're generally regarded with some suspicion by the Admiralty.
So would it be weird to see one just like on the dock here?
Not necessarily. They're in every town. They're fairly common, just like humans or goblins or whoever. But I'll put it this way. If a Minotaur and a human both are witnesses to a crime, the powers that be in the Admiralty's lands are going to take the human's testimony way more seriously. Admiralty authorities are always going to be looking at them being like, are they working for the rebels, basically?
Got you. Well, I guess let's just keep an eye on that.
I mean, we're on the boat. If he doesn't try to come up, he's welcome to stand there, I guess.
Yeah. Let's get with Sel. Let's see what she found out. And I can't remember, Nathaniel. Did we also send out Penelope to do any investigation? I know okay, so just Sel. So yeah, I'll make my way over to Sel then to debrief, hopefully.
Yeah. Remind me what exactly you had asked her to do.
I think our plan was we were going to go follow up at the 2 watering holes, so to speak, that we knew were like just locals would be and whatnot. And I think we sent Sel just literally just like kind of out into the town to see what you could figure out with these wanted signs, see if you could pick anything up, eavesdropping, whatever.
She says, yes, hello. Welcome back. How did it all pan out for you guys?
Not great. Ruined a guy's life. I did get some fancy armor, though.
Well, it seems like it all evened out then.
After a fashion.
How did you ruin someone's life? Exactly.
Yeah, it evened out. Ruin a guy's life, got a piece of armor. Yeah, equivalent.
You're carrying around a 4-foot mirror.
I didn't do anything. I was backing you up. Okay, note taken. Next time I'll just leave you.
But just don't act like I'm the only one that got something out of it.
Well, I was a little more discreet, I guess. I don't think I ruined anyone's life. Mostly walked around, saw the sights, listened to people gossiping at the market. And it seems 2 pieces of information that are relevant. One is that Admiral Cassian was accused of treason about a week ago, a little over a week ago, and no one has seen her since. The second piece of information is I've heard some rumors that the governor of the city is not well. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I overheard some of the serving staff of the local magistrate talking about how he seems to not be himself recently. Perhaps he's a little bit mentally unstable.
That's interesting. We heard a lot of the same with regards to the Admiral, but we also heard a very strange story about people getting sucked down into the sewers. And you told me about that note you got, right? As far as
I didn't say it out loud because we were being followed.
Okay,
I ruined it in front of you.
Ah, okay. And
then you told me to eat it.
So yeah, apparently there's a lot going on in the sewers. Maybe monster related or not, I don't know.
Speaking of that, now that we're off the streets, Tam, that someone slipped me that note that you saw that I destroyed,
right?
That you wanted me to eat.
No, I'm just saying if you didn't have magic, I for one do not have that magic. If I needed to dispose of said note, I could have put it in my mouth and swallowed it. Nobody's getting it then. I'm not saying you had to eat it. I don't particularly like to eat paper, but it's an option.
Yeah, of course.
Carrying on.
But the note, actually, what I think me and Tam were both putting together, and this note that I got handed kind of gave away, I think they went into hiding underground within these sewers. So one, we heard something might have been attacking and taking guards, but also it sounds like who we're looking for is underneath in the ruins.
Wait, that's what the note said.
It said who we're looking for is underneath.
Well, all right then.
I just didn't want to say it because
I understand.
Because if you remember in Cell, we should probably let you in on this. Someone was definitely following us. Well, they were following Tam, really, not me.
He does stick out a bit, I suppose.
I'm gonna choose to ignore that.
But we were being followed, and I saw them for a split second. There might be more of them, but I didn't get a good look.
All right. Well, and it doesn't seem like any of the authorities have marked our presence in the city, and so I believe it is in our best interests to, 1, not draw attention to ourselves, and 2, to try to uncover what it is we need to find and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Being as how I kind of ruined the first part, at least locally, it may be the best to go underground, where may or may not be a people-eating creature. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Fisher Marco also said that, people hide under the sewers all the time. It's not just... It sounds like the Admiral wouldn't be the only person down there. And you said there's something about there's ruins down there too? Didn't we hear that? I'm trying to remember, what Ben, quote unquote, heard versus what
you
Tam
both have
heard.
heard. So, Lichen, you would know this. You know that there is a network of tunnels under this city, which has mostly been repurposed since this colony was founded as a sewer system. But there are rumors that the tunnel system is much more extensive than a sewer system and that it predates the city. You have even heard rumors that there are passages into the Underdark under the city, and that perhaps even a ruined city under the city. But you're not quite sure. There's a lot of tall tales and rumors abound.
So this is all stuff I've just picked up around town from being here before. As I've told you both before, I'm much more in my element on the sea, so I don't know a ton about being inland, and I especially don't know much about being underground. But from what I've heard, there's definitely tunnels and some ruins under here. People skirting the law like to hide in there. There's more dangerous stuff in there. And there might be, and again, I don't know this for sure, but there might be ways into the Underdark down there as well. Which, again, never been, don't even really know what that is.
So it sounds like there's a lot more room under there than When I heard sewers, I immediately thought small tunnels filled with nasty things, maybe walking around. It sounds like there's another city down there. So I think that's definitely worth exploring. Again, totally my fault, but especially as we might need to lay low for a few days.
Yeah, we can spend the night here too, but just in case they actually start looking for us, because we didn't end their lives.
Right, I think we just probably don't need to spend a lot of time in town.
I'm saying we wake up early on the boat and get out of here, because I don't even really want them to see us on this boat.
That's fine with me. I only need about 4 hours anyway.
So let's go ahead and Sal, are you good with that, or you're coming, right? I'm assuming.
Sure. I can come with you guys, or if you would like for me to continue, no one saw my face. If you'd like me to continue gathering intelligence around here, you're welcome to take some of the other crew with you. I think it would be wise to have at least one of the 5 of us who's a little bit more adept at combat to stay with the ship and kind of
Bergen,
watch
yeah.
over things.
I was thinking Bergen too.
Bergen is quite handy with that cleaver of his.
He is.
And he knows quite a lot of spells.
And now he has a frying pan too?
He'll be unstoppable in battle.
But I like him. I like him as a sleeper on the ship.
You see him with his frying pan. He flips a shrimp that he had been frying, bats it with a pan, and Penelope catches it in her mouth. And Bergen's like, "Oh, that was very good, very good."
Why don't we maybe... Penelope's arm is still broken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone else on the crew that would potentially be
That would maybe stand out to Lichen as
to come with
good
us?
sewer buddies.
No, the other 2 are regular old deckhands. Their names are Sal and Rima, but neither of them have an adventurer class. They're sailors.
Okay.
We don't have to decide now.
The 2 of us could just go. We just really got to watch each other's backs down there. And honestly, it might be easier to sneak into sewers and get a meeting if there's only 2 of us.
Definitely.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't care a ton. So it more so matters that you're able to meet this woman.
Right, I've got a message I've got to present to her anyway.
Yeah.
So that's.
So
I'm definitely going.
I'm more so just your backup and posse a little bit on
Which
this.
I very much appreciate, by the way. I think I said thank you after the fight, but if I didn't, thank you.
Happy to do it.
I genuinely appreciate that.
If
Maybe we decide in the morning who
That's
goes
fine.
and who stays.
I think it makes sense for Sel to say Penelope's got a broken arm.
Yeah.
And she's a caster. And also she's probably the one on the ship the most right now that I trust just to run the day to day.
That's very true.
So, and I'm going to make my way over to Penelope at one point.
Okay.
Not doing what any of you guys think I'm about to do at all.
Darling.
No. I'm just,
Hey there, Lichen. How are you doing?
hey, Penelope, me and Tam are going to go on an excursion tomorrow on the land. And
That sounds fun.
Yeah. It's something. You ever heard of the Underdark? Because I don't even know what that is, but we might be
A place
there.
of horror and shadow and nightmares, which you can't even imagine, Lichen.
Well, it sounds kind of fun. But while we're gone,
I bet you think it sounds fun.
of course it sounded. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Sounds like I could just fight all the time.
I can think of about 20 things better that I would like to do with my time than go to the Underdark. But if you're asking me to come with you, Lichen, then I will.
No, Penelope. I mean, no disrespect either, but your arm is still clearly injured and you're a caster. So what I need you to do is I trust you to run the day-to-day on this ship while I'm off adventuring here. So that's what I need you to do. And I'll give her 10 gold. I'll just give her 10 gold just for however long we're gone. If she needs to pay more like dock fees to keep our ship there, like if for some reason a hand needs an extra 5 copper for something. And then I'll also say, clearly this is a ragtag team right now. And like I said, I trust you, but when that arm's healed, I might need you inland a little more often. So if you could do me a favor, put your ear to the ground while you're here, while we're gone, see if you can't find me a quartermaster.
Of course. Yeah,
And,
I know how to wrangle it up. I was the one who recruited several members of our old crew, so I'll be able to do that no problem. And as for coming inland, you know where I'm from, don't you? Rolling country. Hills and big sky. I'm used to that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, when that arm heals, you'll be a much better asset to us then.
All right. I thought that you and Mr. Fuzzy Britches over there had worked out some sort of command sharing structure.
I'll lean in to her.
Okay.
He is first mate, but he's clearly never been on the sea.
That's true.
But he is the first mate. He is. But
Yeah, he was, throwing his supper every which way for the first couple weeks we were on the sea on our ship.
I will say, though, he's clearly good at climbing them sails, getting them moving
That's
and
true.
everything.
Must be all those trees.
That's true, but honestly, how many first mates do you know that's on sail duty?
That's a good point. Very good point.
Not a lot.
Well, I'll keep my ear to the ground. You sure you don't want me to come with you down in those sewers?
Yeah, no, you're good. You stay here.
Roll an insight check for me.
13.
Okay. She seems happy to watch the ship and kind of maintain things while y'all are gone.
All right.
I have gone up to Bergen and just grasped him by the shoulder and made very steady eye contact. We're going to need your help tomorrow.
All right. What do you want me to do?
We're going to go kill
You want me to cook something? Oh, kill something.
We're going to go kill things in a sewer.
All right.
And once they're dead, you can make them into very interesting food.
They're
And then I just squeeze his shoulder and walk away.
They're not going to be people, are they?
Tam just kind of waves over his shoulder. I don't think so. And if they are, we won't eat them.
All right. Yes, of course. I'll be happy to. I'll pack my cauldron.
I feel like Lichen probably hears that part. And if they are, we don't eat them.
I look over. I'm just shaking my head.
Cool.
Damn, you got...
So just to be clear, you guys are bringing Sel and Bergen with you, or is it just the two of y'all and Bergen who's going to come with?
I think it's the two of us in Bergen.
I think it's the boys in Bergen.
The dream team trio.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Love
then
it.
whenever you tell me that, I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. They got shops, they got food here. We don't need that chef on the ship.
Don't need that chef on the ship. We certainly don't.
Yeah, it's a bit of a duck toes there.
No, well, and honestly, I think you're right. We do make a good team, but I think sometimes a third wheel is in this situation a bit beneficial, because if one of us goes down or has a big problem, we're all the other ones got. Which I'm not saying I wouldn't give my life to help you, and I think you'd heavily weigh the options before you did the same, but I think a third, knowingly going into danger, I think a third person's going to help us out. We can give him potions to share around. We can give him marching orders.
Yeah, I mean, he did phenomenal when we were on that island.
And there's that too.
But
He's killed a lot more things than I
I
have.
know. He was doing more damage than we were. It was wild. But also, you're right. He could kind of be a porter of some type for
He's
us
a good
to
balance.
some degree. So, speaking of which, do we have, how many potions do we have between us right now? I have I have 2 potions right now.
I don't know what I've got, to be perfectly honest.
I think I have written down one's healing and then one's a little green, which I think
that's
is something
right. Yeah,
else.
I had one that got used on me when I went down in one of the earlier
Yeah.
fights.
So we still have one healing, and then I can't remember what the little green
It was
potion
poison.
was.
It looked like poison.
So maybe should we try to run by a shop? We have enough money for maybe a single extra potion, and that's about it.
We could
But-
send Cell to get some. I think your plan of staying out of sight until we go down is a good one. And we've got Cell, we've got Penelope, and even Bergen for that matter, that could go, run an errand.
It's true. We want to go ahead and send it tonight because I think we get out of here at the crack of dawn. Like we try to sneak into those sewers while there's guards changing over, while there's no one really on the streets.
Well, it sounded like access to the sewers is not going to be the problem. I think the problem might be unnoticed access to the sewers. But I think it's probably better to send one of the ladies now if they're willing to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe Cell, just because she's fit and hale and hardy, and Penelope could continue to use the rest.
That's fine. We'll ask Sel if she would mind running into town to buy a single potion, and I'll give her. I mean, I have enough to give her 50 gold to buy a single one.
Yeah, that'll be plenty. She'll nod and take the gold, and she will run off and go do that. And about an hour and a half later, she comes back with 5 gold pieces and the healing potion.
All right.
Sweet. And then you still, I think I gave you 40 gold. Isn't that right?
I don't even remember. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I asked if you would give an extra 10 just for
That's
the
right.
crew
Yep,
and
yep, yep.
everything,
You're exactly
so
right.
we could pay them. So yeah, I'm down to 30 gold at this point then.
Are we giving me the potion?
Yeah. You can have it. And then I still have a single one on myself, and I guess the poison too.
At this point, can we maybe have a bit of a sit down and just kind of? I mean, I think it's good that we know what we're doing next, but we've got this document case that we found on the other ship, what feels like forever ago, but it's been a week and a half. We've still not opened it. We've still not talked about what this case is, and I'll twist the top. Like, where do you think we are on this conversation, Lichen?
What do you mean?
On the deck? Like, where do you think we're having the conversation?
Oh, I think it's like center top deck. Yeah.
Yeah, if we're on the deck, I'll definitely kind of open the document case that's been not opened for quite some time.
And a fireball goes off.
Yeah, it pops open. Inside, there are 2 documents, 2 pieces of paper. One is a map of the southern half of the Glass Sea. Make a intelligence check or an investigation check.
My investigation,
If you will.
is not terrible. 10.
Yeah, even with a 10, you notice that this is a map of naval facilities and naval assignments, if you will, of the southern half of the Glass Sea. So ranging from Arasha, the continent that you're on right now, across the southern half of the Glass Sea to the continent of Asturia. There's several island chains marked with different insignias. You see there's a port in a city that some portions of the Navy are based at. There are some fortresses and naval anchorages that are just, Navy places. There are some supply bases that are more lightly staffed, that are places where if ships are on a long journey, they can put in for resupply, but there's not a ton of ships that are staying there. And yeah, it's just a map of bases. And then there's also just rough sketches of regions of the sea that you see different fleets are assigned to. And you can find Hermida, and a nameplate next to Hermida that says Hermida Arsenal, portions of Colonial Fleet, portions of Western Fleet.
Captain, I think you should have this. This would probably be very helpful if we ever turn more piratical. Knowledge of deployments is always useful
Piratical. What's that mean?
in and of pirates.
Oh, okay. No, never. Never. Yeah, no, I'll definitely take it. And Lichen will immediately, as a navigator, like kind of take mental note of where everything is, not because he cares what they're doing, but just to avoid them if need be.
You hear a voice.
Yes.
Captain, would you like me to catalog this data for my navigational banks?
Oh, I forgot about you on the boat. Hello, Wayfinder.
First mate, hello. How was your errands in town?
Terrible.
They were terrible. They were fine.
Would you like me to analyze your
Yes.
tactical and
Yes,
strategic
Wayfinder.
decisions and provide helpful feedback?
This is what we have currently. Now, for all we know, in the next several weeks, these things could maybe move around. But yeah, go ahead and take note of this as well, please.
Very well. Processing. Cataloging complete. The Wayfinder knows these things
Yeah.
as well.
Wayfinder, you know where we are currently. With your older knowledge, do you happen to know of the layout of the ruins underneath the city by chance?
Processing. Databanks incomplete. It appears that we are in the former site of the imperial city of Varen,
Varen.
but it seems that this city is no more. My data logs do not have a layout of the Imperial Architectural Society's databanks for this municipality.
Okay. Is there any data that you have on it? Not just a layout, but anything of note that might have been in this city at once?
Searching.
This is the best DM help ever. You can just say searching in that voice, and we know that you're thinking it up. And that's awesome.
Varen, population 78,000. Primary exports, fish and onions.
Hasn't changed.
I was about to say, even then it was this way.
It appears that there was a trade route from Varen into the Underdark to the outposts of the Sun Empire that made their way below.
The Sun Empire. You know anything about that?
I'm trying to remember what Ben has heard versus what Tam has heard. Can I just see?
Yeah. I mean, you would know the Sun Empire. I think I just misspoke. The Sun Empire and the Aringian Empire are the same thing. The Empire of the Sun, the Aringian Empire. The Aringian Empire was the race of dwarves that crafted Wayfinder, that built the outpost on Fang Island. So what you're putting two and two together is that there was a dwarven city on this spot long ago.
Right, and then there was another outpost of their empire deep in the Underdark.
It seems that Wayfinder is aware of there being dwarven communities from this particular empire that made their way into the Underdark.
Wayfinder, I know that you're on the ship. Is there any way that you can come with us to some degree? Because there might be times where we go pretty far inland even, and I don't... Like I told you when we took you along, we'll show you all of the world, but you might not like what you find. So ultimately, I'll let the decision be up to you.
Y'all are on the top deck. There's the tiller with the wheel. You see materializing around the band of one of the spokes on the wheel that you can use to turn it is almost looks like it's carved out of the same wood of the ship, like a bracelet. And carved in it is a ship cresting on a wave. And you hear Wayfinder says, "Please take this bracelet. I can upload a portion of my functions to it, and we'll be able to communicate with you as long as you are wearing it."
Much obliged, Wayfinder. Thank you. I'll walk over and take it. And then I don't know if I have to be wearing it as a bracelet for it to work, but I want to just find a leather cord and basically make it into a necklace.
Like
instead.
an amulet.
Yeah. Just hang it on the front.
Yeah, you're able to do that.
You've now got a body cam.
All right, so we got the potion. We know what we're doing. I think let's just get some rest. Maybe another burrito, but...
I think I'm all right. That was a lot. I'm good.
Or wait, what's the second thing? You said 2 pieces of paper in it, right? And we got the map. We almost forgot it again.
You guys just get too excited. Yeah, the second thing is a letter.
That's your own fault, Nathaniel, okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh, a first thing. Let's do that.
The second thing is a letter. It is written to a Captain Santos from someone merely titled the Lord Admiral. And it is a letter with orders, basically saying, proceed to the Giant's Throne, attack primary target, retrieve the artifact. take no prisoners. Secondary teams will attack and neutralize secondary target in Hermida in concert with your action.
I've got to say, I have no idea what this artifact is, unless it's this medallion that's got this message in it that I don't know how to open. All I know is that the word alliance makes it do something funny, and I've got to give it to Admiral Cassian.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about nothing, so sounds good to me. I just realized we both have medallions. That's kind of cool. That's where Lycan's head goes.
Medallion bros.
Medallion buddies.
Tim very, not angrily, but just tucks his back under his shirt where it has been the entire time. But it's a secret, is all. I mean, yours is fun. It looks very good. It's very big, but it's good for you.
Thanks.
So you guys head back below deck. Is there anything else you all would like to do before you go to your long rest?
I think what Tam will probably do is actually stay on deck, and he's going to stay up a long time. Are we keeping watch? Do we want to keep watch on the ship?
With the crew and everything, yeah. I figured
Okay.
at least, because there's enough people to where we could rotate a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Tam would volunteer to take a watch as
Cool.
I'm going to stay up and then do my trance before the last watch will be my trance. But he is going to spend some time reading his holy book, trying to kind of commune with Hachiman. He'll just pray and spend a lot of time thinking about taking action versus taking orders, and how this is very new to him, but not... It's uncomfortable because it's new, not because he doesn't like it or because it feels wrong.
Roll. So you're keeping watch and kind of roll a perception check for me and a religion check.
Perception is 24. Is that Minotaur still there?
He is. He's not like watching you guys. You see a few other Minotaurs. It looks like a stereotypical. Oh, there's some like hoodlums loitering in this dock area.
Youths.
And they're Minotaurs. Like, you don't see them do anything bad. They're just kind of like hanging around the docks at way too late at night.
You said religion?
Yep.
That would be a 10.
Cool. Even with a 10, you remember an aspect of Hachiman is that Hachiman, over the years, there have been 21 saints of Hachiman, 21 warriors whose exploits were so recognized by Hachiman that they ascended to sainthood. One of them is from here. One of them is from this island. You remember that there is a temple to Hachiman and a monastery in honor of Saint Kazera in this city. Other than that, your watch passes uneventfully, and you start to think about, as you're thinking about, man, like the difference between taking action and taking orders, there's a part of you that I wonder if, how do you feel about the fact that you're not the captain? You're the first mate.
I think that he has no problem with superiors. He's always followed orders, but he is suddenly finding himself in what could be viewed as a promotion that he has always not actively worked to avoid, but that he has probably passively refused and taken paths to not be given extra responsibility because he was fine taking care of himself. He's always been very self-reliant. And now he sees the good that can be done by being proactive, by being, even by still being under a command in a situation where somebody who obviously knows better, of course he's going to take the advice of somebody who's a professional sailor, but that those are not completely at loggerheads, that you can still be proactive and take orders, and the more responsibility you have, you're always going to be taking orders from somebody. I mean, he's a cleric. He follows a god. And so there is a somewhat of a light bulb of, this can be done in stages. This can be done. It's not, I'm in charge of everything or I'm in charge of nothing.
That makes sense.
It's
Cool.
interesting.
The rest of your watch passes uneventfully. Is Lichen going to take a watch as well?
Probably not, honestly. Probably just going to trust
Captain
everyone
doesn't
else.
take watch.
But before I do go to sleep, I was going to say one thing that I would want to do is just knowing that we're going to potentially not be back for, a few days or something. I'm going to dive down underneath the docks and just go for a swim. And then also put the mirror up in the captain's quarters somewhere. And it's a magical mirror, so I don't think it could break just falling off. But Lichen spends like a weird amount of time making sure it is like, this thing is not moving. Like, unless the ship gets overturned or something, like this is not.
Yeah, I guess I'd spend some of my watch, I guess, checking out my new armor, putting it on, perhaps.
Yep. I would probably have given you the goggles too, because I had the mirror and the goggles.
Well, what's this then? Well, I mean, thank you, but
I don't know exactly, and I don't really know how to figure it out, but you're clearly much better at using your eyes than I am. I mean, I lost someone who was right next to me. Like, they were right next to me. I don't think you understand, because you were starting a fight, which I respect, by the way, but he was right next to me, and then he was gone. I don't know how did I lose someone?
Well,
I could have literally reached out and touched him, and then I lost him.
Again, magic's weird. Don't worry about it too much. Counterpoint, maybe you keep goggles to help with vision?
I guess that's true. I just figured you were already pretty good at it.
No, I very much appreciate it, but I mean, they're yours. Tell you what, while I'm staying up, I'll fiddle with them and see what they do, and then I'll kind of report back to the captain in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, you guys go to sleep and you wake up after the night of watch. Sorry, I'm gonna rewind. You went for a swim.
Yeah.
How long do you spend down there?
I mean, a while.
Give me a perception check with advantage. Ooh. Do you have dark vision or anything like that?
I do.
Okay.
18.
As you're swimming around, you notice, there's fish, there's the usual stuff. You find some coppers that people have thrown into the ocean. You find some shells. You find a locket that when you pick it up, it looks like someone had, maybe been broken up with by their boyfriend and threw this into the sea.
Is the locket valuable?
It's pretty trash. It's not really. It's
I'll
made
leave
of
it.
copper.
So you hear Tam's voice in your head. You should give it to Jem. I'm now your conscience. I've nominated myself so.
I'm trying to remember who Jem is.
The Furbolg. The shopkeeper.
Oh.
There's a dock and a little, a stone wall that the docks are all built out of. And so the shore, there's not a sandy beach. There's a wall that is sunk into the sea a little bit on this side of the harbor. You notice a gap in between some of the not concrete. They don't have concrete in this world.
They could have.
They don't.
Now they don't. It's
Here.
canon.
Ancient Roman concrete. It's the thing.
You see a gap, and you see a current of water that goes into it, and you suspect that there might be a way under the water into whatever's under the city.
Nathaniel, I'd get closer.
Okay.
I'd get closer to see is this actually a passage, or is this something else?
There is a tunnel that you can swim into if you would like.
Now it's your turn to do something stupid by yourself. It's fun. You should do it.
I'm trying to put myself in this.
Tam's just up on the deck having a Bible study.
Is there a current? Is it sucking in?
It's more like as the waves lap against it, there is more water, a wave that is crashing, that is going in and out of this tunnel.
Oh man, so many.
I'll go in.
Okay.
And
Swim in there.
but if I see anything,
Because you have water breathing, right?
I can breathe underwater. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a swim speed of 40, not 30.
Yeah. So you swim up there. As you swim up the tunnel, it's about 4 feet wide. A few twists and turns, and your head breaks the surface. And you are in what looks like a tunnel that has collapsed, and parts of it have collapsed into the sea. Your head pops up above water, and there's a flat stone floor and carved stone walls and a ceiling. It looks, as you look at the tunnel behind you, it seems that some of those carved stone panels have fallen into the sea, and a portion of this tunnel has collapsed, but it's made it so that there's a passageway into the ocean from here. Make a perception check for me.
Nat 20, 22.
Yeah.
Okay, you notice two things. One is you hear low voices down the hallway. You can't make out what they're saying. They're not close enough. The tunnel goes for about 15 feet ahead of you, and then it turns, and it seems that whatever voices there are out of your ability to hear. You also notice dripping from the walls, some of it sort of sliding into the water and then dispersing into the ocean, a pale green fluid. It doesn't seem like it's coming from anywhere necessarily in particular, but you just notice this pale green liquid.
And in the opposite direction, you said one way, it kind of curves around, and then their voices are down there. Is there anything in the opposite direction?
No, just stone.
Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just collapsed stones.
I would try to stealthily make my way up. I would not round the corner.
Okay.
But if I'm able to, I want to look at whatever the green thing is.
Yeah.
And I want to get to the edge of that corner. Again, not peeking past it at all, just to see if I could make out anything that's being said with I don't know if I could like ready an action, but basically being ready to bolt back to that water.
Sure.
If I see any humanoid.
All right, make a stealth check for me.
What's my stealth? Not great, but Nat 20, 22.
I had two
Awesome.
nat ones in a row earlier, and you've had two nat 20s in a row.
y'all.
That's amazing. All right, so you are able to move stealthily and sneakily up through the hallway. You get to the corner and you kind of peer around a little bit, and the hallway continues. It continues for about 30 feet. About halfway, there's an opening for a hallway on the right side, and then at the very end, it curves around, and it seems that the voices are around the far corner.
Okay.
At
So
the very end
I
of the
still
hallway.
can't make out anything.
They sound human.
Like common.
Yeah, people are speaking in common. You can't catch every single word. Well, roll a perception check for me, and I'll have this count for both your examination of the green stuff and the...
Show Nat 20.
Nat one.
There's a 2. But it's a 2. So 4.
You're not able to catch, to make out anything that the people are saying. You notice the green stuff smells terrible. It smells awful. If you sort of touch it with your finger and like almost some sort of like acidic, burnt kind of sense to it.
Ew.
Okay. I mean, Bergen's coming with us tomorrow.
Sewer juice.
I think that's good enough.
Cool.
I think so. I know that there are people down here, some type of goo that we can look at tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a secret entrance. Yeah, I'll make my way back.
Sweet. Yeah, you dive back into the water and slip back into the waves and swim out to the boat and climb back on board and maybe surprise Tam while he's having his little meditation session.
Definitely. God, have you been in the water this whole time?
Give me a hand up real quick.
Oh, definitely. Reach down, pull him up.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be away from the water. Just want to take a dip real quick.
How long were you in there?
I was around, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe.
Can you hold your breath that long?
I mean, I was at the top for a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I mean, hey, fine. Did you see anything good?
Yeah, I think I found a secret entrance over by the piers over there. And I'll point out in the general direction. So I don't know how long you can hold your breath, but what would I guess? Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
In D&D, it's your con modifier. Is how many minutes you can hold your breath.
2 minutes.
But I'm saying like how long would he need?
How long would I look
How
like?
long
I
would
hold
like
my breath?
going through that tunnel?
He could probably hold his breath and make
I'm a
it.
little skinny. I could probably hold my breath.
I don't know how long you can hold your breath. Like I'm pretty good at it. Not great, but pretty good at holding my breath. How long do you think you could hold your breath? Have you ever tried it?
2 minutes or so. I mean, it's not.
Okay, you could probably make it. Yeah, it might be a little tight, but yeah, you could probably make that. Oh, where's Bergen?
I think he's asleep.
Okay, I'll just ask him in the morning. But I think that might be an easy way. We don't even have to go into town. As far as I know, no town people are around or town guards patrolling underneath the water.
You didn't
so.
see anybody. I mean, that's fair guess if you didn't see anybody.
Yeah, exactly. But there's people in there. So when I got in, I swam all the way in there. I didn't want to give anything away because last thing I want is I just found this.
You don't want to start a fight in a consignment shop. It's fine. I understand.
That's all you, man.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
feel like you're trying to guilt me, and
No.
that's your guilt. Okay,
Oh my gosh!
you don't
no.
need to
My
like,
point is that you were making a wise choice and not starting a fight in a consignment shop.
which is hilarious because I love fighting. But my main concern actually was I didn't want anyone to find out that I had found that because, like I said, I heard at least 2 voices down there.
Right.
And next thing I know, they found out that I made it because they sold me, and that thing's like boarded up when we try to swim down there
that's
tomorrow.
true. That's true.
But I know there are people down there. Definitely ruins. Definitely like man-made, carved tile, stone, things like that. And there was something gross on the wall. I don't know if it's runoff from a sewer or some type of creature or what, but you'll see it tomorrow.
Okay.
At the very least, I don't know. Maybe you actually know what animal or what this thing is, or maybe Bergen does. I don't know, but
I think Bergen's probably our best bet on that one.
I think that's our way in for sure. So.
Sounds good, Captain.
But I'm gonna go to sleep. You can stay up for a while.
Yeah, I've got a bit more reading to do.
All right, I'll see you in the morning.
You guys go and you guys sleep. You wake up in the morning. The rest of the watch has passed uneventfully. You have taken a full rest, so restore your spell slots and hit points.
Woohoo!
And you have the day to
Woohoo!
decide what you want to do.
Damn, wake up. It's time to go.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I know you stayed up late, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Like normal.
But time to jump into some water. You ready?
Let's do it. I've got my new armor on. Does it feel different or anything? Would it have required attunement?
Yes. So you've attuned to it.
Okay.
And you feel well protected. In particular, you feel well protected as if you would be able to be bit by a rattlesnake or some other sort of venomous creature and experience less pain than usual. This is a scale mail of poison resistance.
Okay. Which I had scale mail, so everything's the same for
Cool.
me. And I would have looked at the goggles.
They also require attunement if you want those.
I feel like I would have looked at the goggles and honestly thought, these are lichens. I think Tam is not jealous. He's not like, oh, these would be better for me. He's like, no, they're yours. Tam would explain what they do. He's like, no, thank you, but they're yours. You get first right of refusal.
I mean, I'll take them if you don't want them. I thought they might be more helpful to you.
They're yours to keep. We can always trade them back and forth.
That's true,
There's
yeah.
nothing. You break them in. Your head's a bit bigger than mine anyway.
Sounds good to me. I'll
Are
slide
they gonna
'em.
get caught on your horns?
I was about to say I have to like get the strap kind of around my 3.
Yeah.
Let me help
Three
you. I'll pull it from
horns.
the back.
It takes a little bit. There's an adjustable strap, so
Yeah.
it's fine. You get them on no problem, and when you look through them, you can see things really clearly. Mechanically, you'll have advantage on any perception checks that have to rely upon sight while you're wearing them.
I could probably see almost as good as you can.
You see, that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, but that's good. That's good. If I start missing things, maybe will let me have them for a bit.
All right, I'm gonna lead the way in up to where the entrance is, and then you go ahead through first.
Why am I going first? I mean, I don't mind, but
I
is
can
there a
I can
reason?
hold my breath longer than you can, and so if you get stuck or something,
Oh,
I'm behind you to
okay.
help.
I was just a bit confused. Not gonna lie, but that does make sense.
It's
All right,
just-
Bergen,
it's
you
just-
ready?
It's just a little underwater tunnel. It gets tight like once. It's not.
Okay.
Don't panic. People, for some reason, always panic when they get stuck underwater. Just think
Well,
through.
most people think they're gonna drown.
Why would people panic when they're stuck underwater? And you see Bergen clutching his cauldron to his chest really tightly, and it doesn't take an insight check to see that he's a little nervous. about
Tim is doing
jumping in
the
the water.
dad thing. Bergen,
Are you-
You can't bring this with you. This is gonna have to stay here.
But you see how I cook?
I don't think we're gonna be doing a lot of cooking in there.
It's
I'm
gonna
be
it's
honest.
gonna weigh you down a lot too.
But you never know. I might cook.
Is there a skillet? Is there something smaller?
Yeah, I can bring my frying pan.
Do that.
Let's do that.
Do
Yes,
that.
let's put this down because you don't want to get it damaged, do you?
Oh no, this is a really nice cauldron.
Yeah, so
I
I'd leave
don't,
it
don't
here.
want anything to happen to this.
Salt water.
All right.
Rust it up real
Exactly.
quick.
Y'all don't even need to roll a persuasion check. He puts the cauldron back, gets his frying pan, and he's ready to go.
Gentle parenting.
Are you guys going to jump into the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lichen, since you breathe underwater, I'm not going to require any checks from you. Tam, I would like a DC 15 athletics check.
Athletics. I'm proficient in that, but it doesn't mean a whole lot. That's a 12.
you struggle as the tide's coming in the morning. The surf's kind of rough today. It was rougher than it was last night, and so you notice that Tam struggles. Bergen has rolled a natural 1 on his check. You quickly realize, Bergen doesn't know how to swim. Like he's doing the like flailing about kind of movement.
Since I don't really have to do checks, could I have given him the help action?
Yeah,
seeing
sure.
him struggle so hard.
That is a second natural 1 for Bergen.
No! That sucks.
But I'll say, with you kind of helping him along, like a nat 1 in this scenario is not, he drowns. It takes a while. There might be people on the docks who notice, there's some dude swimming around down there. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
But no one calls out to you. No one stops you. And you're able to make it to the tunnel eventually. No problem. I'll do another athletics check for y'all. The water's a little bit calmer as you get into the tunnel, so DC only 10 athletics check.
I rolled a 10 once again.
Nice.
That's a total of a 12.
Not 1 over there again?
No, he rolled a 11.
He calmed
He's
down.
fine. He makes it, he kicks off of you, and he's able to shoot up the tunnel and pulls himself up. As he breaks the surface, and he's like, that was pretty terrible. I didn't like that at all.
Tam's a little irritated until he sees how badly scared and gasping Bergen, and he's like,
He has like a 1,000-yard stare, like he just
witnessed his own death.
Bergen, that was good, but keep your voice down a little bit.
Oh, right, of course.
I heard people in here last night.
Of course.
I don't know.
Yes. All right.
I don't know if there's still people just around the corner or not, but all right. So this is what I saw last night. Is the green stuff still there?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's some gross runoff thing. I have no idea what that is. If you guys want to take a look real quick, it could be from a monster or something. I don't know. And then I heard people right around the corner over there.
I'll go listen.
I just rolled a perception check for Bergen. That's the third nat 1 with the same
Are
die.
you serious?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, he almost
Keep that for monsters.
He almost just drowned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so Bergen takes a look at it. He says, whatever it is, it's probably not good to eat. But he'll take out a little vial and scoop some of it.
Can I go listen? To
Yes,
see if
yes.
can I go where Lichen directed me?
Mm-hmm.
That's 11.
Yeah, you do not hear any voices.
I think we're good.
Cool. So you guys round the corner and start heading down the hallway. You go about halfway down the hallway. There's another hallway that kind of branches off from this hall at a 90-degree angle, but you can see ahead that the hallway continues ahead and curves around to the left.
and we don't see anyone or anything of note.
No.
Keep going. I mean, we're down here now, but we don't really know where we're going. So
this is as far as you went. You don't have any inkling.
I didn't even round the corner. I know there's. I'm assuming people, because I heard voices. I couldn't make out everything they were saying, but they were speaking in common. So I'm assuming people and not something nasty per se. But no, I didn't venture too far last night.
Okay. Can we all see? Is it dark in here?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. There's no lights. There's no torches or anything. Do you all have dark vision? Do you have dark vision?
I do.
I think Bergen does too. Goblins have dark vision, so y'all are good.
Sneaky.
Yeah. So where are y'all heading? Are you going towards the place where the voices were coming from, or are you heading down the other passageway?
I thought the other passageway was blocked.
It went straight, or we could turn left.
Maybe I should get a whiteboard and draw a diagram for this dungeon. Okay, so this is where you guys swam up into the tunnel. If you look back this way, there's a cave-in.
Yep.
You were standing at this corner and listening, and there's a hallway going this way, and it curves around that way.
Okay. And the voices came from the central hallway?
here.
All the way around the corner.
Yes.
And we haven't heard any voices at all at this
No,
this
not
juncture
right now.
with my 9 or whatever it was.
I mean, I'm thinking we go towards the voices. They'll have some type of information, even if we gotta.
Well, it could be her for all we know. She's supposed to be down here.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and if nothing else, we know if we talk to somebody, I think you were going to say, we ask them questions. Are you alone down here? Yes or no? Maybe we believe, maybe we don't. We've got an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go then.
Are you guys being stealthy, or?
I would be being stealthy. but also knowing that I am best suited at a distance, I would maybe be
In the back.
staying back.
I'll head it up.
Cool.
I have no armor on, so
Ooh. Mine gives me disadvantage on stealth checks.
just a shield. So
Are you trying to be stealthy?
yeah.
Okay, stealth checks. Bergen will roll one too. He rolled pretty good.
I rolled another nat 1. That's my third one of the night on the TAM dice, and it's going away now.
Yeah, I only rolled a 12, so not great.
Okay. Yeah. Bergen rolled like an 18, so he's moving a little bit more.
Nice.
His close brush with death has made him very aware of himself and his movement. Yeah, you guys get kind of round the corner, or you get up to the corner and you kind of peek around, and it seems there's a big room down around the other corner. You kind of peer around the corner and you see that there's a bigger room kind of at the end of this hallway, and it doesn't seem that there's any exit out from that room. You do notice that there is a lot of crates, look like some sort of supplies down here. There are bedrolls. There is a little bit of a debris. This looks like some sort of a campsite, although no one is here right now.
But does it look like it's like been in use
Yes.
recently, basically?
Yes. There's also a ladder
Ooh.
heading up.
Can I investigate the sleeping areas for anything that looks like it might identify
Who these people are.
Who these people are.
Yeah, make a investigation check.
I'm
for
going to
me.
do detect magic and just look around the campsite.
That's
Cool.
a little better. Investigation 12.
You see a great deal of supplies. Some of this is just storage. Like there's a crate of ink pots. But you also see stuff that's more sort of catches your eye. Like there's several bundles of arrows here. And you notice leaning against the wall near some of the bedrolls, several of those truncheons, clubs like you saw some of the City Watch carrying the other day.
Oh, no.
Make a insight check.
Oh, it's 8.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy.
Wait, it was what that was being carried the other day?
The clubs, like the billy clubs from the town watch. Truncheons.
Do I get anything with detect magic looking
No,
around or anything?
you do not get any magic. Nothing pings.
Should one of us climb up the ladder and take a look at where it lets out of, or?
It's fine with me. I can't tell if they're like stockpiling weapons because they're hiding here and they're gonna bust out and lead a revolution, or if this is just storage for. But some of these weapons look very familiar to the ones that hit me in the face yesterday.
Yeah, but they're also looking for her. So could this just be where they came down, set up camp, and then maybe they're further on in?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm gonna take a look real quick. I'll start climbing the ladder just to see where it ends up real
Cool.
quick.
You climb the ladder, and I mean, you can see there's like a hatch, like a trapdoor type thing, and you open that, peek up. You peek up, and
barely open
the Ninja Turtles
and like look
out
look
of the
around.
sewer thing. Yeah.
you were in a basement when you peek up. Like it seems to be like a dusty, dimly lit room. There seem to be a great deal of crates and more storage up here, but you can hear a floor above you that there are people walking around, and you can hear conversations, but they're a floor above.
Can I make
Can't
anything
make
out in the crates or with the detect magic still up?
Definitely no magical items down
Uh-huh.
here. Seems very mundane and ordinary. Make an insight check for me.
I'm hiding all the truncheons in various boxes.
Okay, 14, not bad.
Yeah, with the 14, you have not been in this room before, but you can't really make out any of the conversations, but kind of thinking back through, okay, we swam in, we're under the docks, under the sort of marketplace area right next to the docks. This is probably the customs office. This is probably the building where the Admiralty customs office, but there's also soldiers that kind of are, patrol the harbor that are based out of this place.
Interesting.
It's a government building, basically.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to close it back up, and if there's any way, I want to try to, jam it. I want
Okay.
to try to jam the door to where basically if someone's trying to come from the building,
Yeah.
it, won't really let up.
Okay. It opens up into the building, so you think that might be kind of hard to do. How would you envision doing that? And based on what you say, I will set the DC of what you're about to roll for this.
I'm assuming there's some type of rope or handle or something on the backside. It's not just, a flat thing. I would use some type of rope that I have on myself to look around, I guess, the tunnel of the ladder and tie it off to the handle, and then tie it off as tight as I can to one of the rungs of the ladder.
Sure. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
No more shall you beat, unwitting.
16. Guys, I don't have a lot of pluses to stuff. Like, these are just straight rolls.
Yeah. You think you secure it off pretty good. Like, it would be pretty hard for someone to open this from the other side.
I'll slide back down, and that's a customs office, I'm pretty sure. They've taken, liberated, stolen things off some ships I've been on before that we didn't know was on the ship ourselves, but...
Tam comes up from behind a crate. What? I'm sorry. I was preventing further abuse of justice. Where are we?
What were you doing?
I was hiding these billy clubs.
Oh, okay. So this leads to a customs office. They've taken things off ships I've been on before. It literally is into their basement. And based on those clubs that you said you're liberating or whatever.
Preventing the abuse of justice.
Sure, of course. Clearly this is an entryway for, I guess, some of the town's guard and the Admiralty and...
Well, it sounds like this way's a dead end. Maybe we go back the other way?
Yeah, I tried jamming it a little bit just so hopefully no one's really coming up behind us, at least not without us maybe hearing some loud noises or something, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's a dead end, but I think we know that we need to stay down here and find Lucia down here, so if that goes up and back out to the top, we don't need to go that way. I mean, it's good to know what's up there. It's not like we're sitting on an anthill that's getting ready to be kicked, but...
Yeah, no, I don't think we followed up. We're trying to find someone down here, but I'm just a little confused why there's clearly an entryway to a government building that's being used often to come down here with what looks to be storing up. Are there only clubs? Are there like other heavier weapons or anything?
The clubs are not in the crates. The clubs are like by the bedrolls. They look like they belong to the people who've been making camp here. The crates are full of just office supplies, basically.
Okay.
Well, and even that storage, so that is... He went up into the basement.
Right.
Where there was more storage. This is...
Sub-storage.
Sub-basement storage.
Okay. So maybe they're just using it for more storage then. Okay.
That's the impression I got.
Sure. Well, let's go.
And also a weird camping... Like, maybe they're just... It could be that they're guarding it because they know it's down here. And they don't want people sneaking in on them.
Well, also, clearly there's some, not straightforward Admiralty officers. They could easily use this to smuggle.
That's very true.
Let's just go the other way.
That's further abuse of justice.
Yes, smuggling is very bad.
Well, only when the ones setting the laws about what smuggling is doing it.
Yeah, there should be no laws on smuggling. Yeah, I agree.
That's fine. Well, then there's no smuggling.
No.
If there's no laws about smuggling, there's no smuggling. Because smuggling, by definition, means bringing in something that you don't pay taxes on. If there's no taxes on nothing, there's no smuggling.
No.
No, that's right. I'm very old.
No. Let's keep looking.
We had prohibition in the deep woods, and then went back away, and...
Lichen walks off in the other direction.
So, I'm
libertarian.
sort of confused. Is it smuggling or not?
Well, you see, Bergen, the abuse of power is
All
a
right,
problem
yeah,
inherent to
course.
those maintaining and using power.
Certainly.
And so, if the power is removed and the law is removed, therefore there's no abuse of the law, and therefore there can be no punishment for said abuse of law which does not exist.
Does it tend to look down the other hallway?
Thought you were just like, that's a 10 to not care.
Yeah, the hallway just continues for a ways, and it's too far to make out.
The whole time Tam is just going into like, no, do you not understand? If your mum and dad said, don't go play in the wagon, and you did go play in the wagon, you got a punishment, right? But
we didn't have a wagon.
Well, just
growing up.
hypothetically, if you had a wagon, if there was a wagon, What did your mum and dad tell you what not to play in?
They told me not to play in the razor ball pins.
Oh, that's a different. Let's say.
I still did though.
Oh,
Me and my mates.
Did you get hurt?
Very badly.
Oh, well, see then.
We got razored by the razor balls.
You see, that's a different side
My
of
mate
things.
Kevin got killed.
When you were kids.
Yeah, thereabouts.
That's terrible.
Well, it's all right. Goblins mature very young.
Okay. I mean, and, similar, we were told to stay out of the deep woods and, whoa, if you went in. But anyway.
I was also told to stay out of the deep woods.
Are you from the same neck of the woods as me? No pun intended.
It's impossible to say. And so you would know that there's a kingdom of goblins that borders the Wood Elf Kingdom.
Okay. I might have fought your great granddad.
Yes, he died horribly in battle against the elves.
I don't think I killed him horribly, but.
Well, then it probably wasn't you.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh, Lichen is just doesn't even know what to do with Tam right now.
So you guys head down the path, head down the tunnel. You see more of this ooze, slimy stuff, and you get to another intersection.
Look right, look left.
It's a T intersection. There's a left and a right. You look left, and you can see vaguely in the distance. It looks like it opens up into a rather large room, and you can hear a sort of rumbling, as if water was pouring into and down an opening. And you look right, and you can see the hallway continues and then curves out of sight.
Would we have any idea as to where we were relative to the jetty or the docks or...
Roll me an insight check. Or perception.
Okay, that's 19.
19?
Either one's a 19.
You think that you have passed out from the jetty into being actually under the city at this point.
What little, especially with Tam, what little he's been in the city, there's no telling where we are now.
Yeah. You're not quite sure.
All right, do we want to go deeper into the sewers? As I'm asking this, can I be looking around for evidence of one path being more traveled than the other?
Sure. Roll a perception check or a survival check.
Ooh, a dirty 20 perception.
Yeah.
Or rather, 21, excuse me.
You notice sets of heavy boot prints heading with roughly the same frequency in both directions. And up the path that you guys just came.
Okay. So it seems this is still fairly used.
Lichen, roll a d6 for me.
D6?
Yep.
6.
Okay. Both seem fairly used, but it's not like a different types of tracks. It's like the same heavy boot prints. Not necessarily this one person, but like almost like a uniform.
All right, Bergen, which way are we going, left or right? What's your favorite direction?
I'm partial to right because I'm right-handed.
Fair enough. Captain?
Sure.
You guys head down the right passage, and you walk for a few minutes. You eventually see that there is a little passageway off to the left, but the passageway also continues down straight.
Any boot evidence one way or the other?
Both directions.
Continuing?
Continuing in both directions.
Still pretty heavy traffic through here.
Yeah. We also have no idea how big this place is. We're looking for a fish in the ocean.
Right, and if we're looking
there's
for
a lot of predator fish around.
Exactly. If we're looking for somebody that's hiding, we probably want to follow a place where there's less traffic. At least if I was hiding, I'd try to hide.
I know you never met who you were supposed to meet, right?
Nope.
Do you think she would try to go the directions that she sees less traveled to try to hide better? Any idea?
I've two thoughts on the matter. She's hiding, which would lend itself to out of the way, fewer uninvited guests, etc. She's also a superior officer. In my experience, they can sometimes have trouble with common sense that goes against their superior perception of themselves. But if she's being chased by somebody even higher than herself, if it was me, I'd be hiding somewhere. I'd be looking somewhere. My first thought is we go away from the heavy traffic. But at this point, there doesn't seem to be an away as of yet.
What's the name of the girl we're looking for again?
Lucia Cassian.
Lucia.
Only took me 6 sessions to finally get it right.
Lucia, DM, would we have any idea where her like office is? I think Lichen's trying to put things together,
Right.
and he just realized like, wait, was her office in the government building
Yeah.
we just saw?
Make a history check or an insight check for me.
Insight's probably higher. Nope.
While you're doing that, Tam, make a perception check.
Perception check.
Oh, look at that. 17 plus 0.
You would know that she is way too important to be at the customs house.
Okay.
You think either she had some quarters in the arsenal, which is a walled fortress within the city that is kind of the base of the Admiralty and the Navy in this place, or, I mean, she's the admiral of the fleet. She might not have had quarters on land at all and just sort of had her flagship.
Yeah.
I got a total of a 6,
Okay.
which means I once again rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Jeez, man. Is that the metal dice again?
No, that one's in jail. This was strike 1 on this one. Yeah, it's a 6, but from a natural 1 again.
So, we're going right.
Works for me.
Let's go.
as you guys go down the right-hand passage, you eventually come to another intersection. You can go straight or left.
Straight.
I mean, sure.
Let's go straight.
As you guys start heading down the path, you hear noises coming from behind you. A voice, almost, it sounds like it's speaking, but it's not in a language that you understand. You hear it go, blah, 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 and
No.
you whirl around and you see 6 low figures. They almost look like they're frogmen, but they look like they're sort of made out of sludge. They raise various rusty daggers, and they start coming towards you guys. Roll initiative.
Okay. All right, green dice.
Come on.
That's better.
Man. This dice just goes back and forth. That's another 2. So 4.
I was gonna say you first. I got a 10.
Need to roll in for Bergen. Oh, he rolled pretty good. They look like frogs, but they look like to be almost coated with this viscous, oozy type of material. And they're talking to one another in some language that you don't understand. So Tam, you got a 4, you said? No,
Tim got a 10.
10, and Lichen got a 4.
Yes.
Well, Bergen will go first then. Top of the order, it's Bergen's turn. He is going to say, "Oh my goodness, what are those things? They look so disgusting." And he is going to rummage in his pockets and take out a piece of cheese and throw it to you and give you a die of bardic inspiration. Tam.
Right.
And then he is going to run up and take a swing with his cleaver at one of these slime frogs. And that is going to be a 16, which is going to hit.
Can we call them slogs?
Yes, you
That
may.
would make me very happy.
And he gets a chunk out of one of them. It doesn't kill it, but it does not look like it is happy.
And the bardic is
A D6.
D6. Okay.
And with that, it is Tam's turn.
Tam's turn. I am going to cast Toll the Dead on the one that he just hit, which is a hiding dice. That is a 16.
It's an attack roll.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Which one are you attacking?
The one that was damaged.
The one that was
So
damaged.
it now does 1d12 because it's been owied. It's a 7.
Okay, yeah. He goes down. You see him go, and just sort of like the sludge just melts, and he just.
Tim just goes, "Did you see that, Bergen? We did it! We killed one! You set him up, I knocked him down!"
You got one. Very good. Very good. And it's their turn now. The sewer grungs are going to come at you guys. There's going to be 2 for Tam, 2 for Lichen, 1 for Bergen.
Oh, actually, what I was going to do, sorry, my turn is not yet over. I don't often get to do this. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Bergen. So he has a +2 to his AC.
Okay, perfect. So 2 are going to come at Tam. The first is a dirty 20
That's going
with
to hit.
his little rusty dagger. And that's going to be 4 piercing damage
Okay.
plus 7 poison damage. But you're wearing your
That's right.
armor of poison
My
resistance.
fancy armor.
And I will need you to make a DC 12 con save.
12 on the dice plus 2.
Okay, you pass. You feel something come over you, but you're able to resist it. The next one's going to come at you.
that wasn't the con save for the Shield of Faith.
No, it's another
15 for that one, so I hold my concentration.
The second one misses you. Then the others are going to go after Tam, or after Lichen, excuse me. The first one, that's going to be a 21 on the die.
Yep.
So that's 5 piercing damage.
A 21 on the die, you say?
No.
What did you roll in there, pal?
17 on the die, plus 5.
D100.
I'm rolling a D22.
5 piercing damage plus another 7 poison damage. Make a DC 12 con save.
16.
16. All right. Then the last guy's going to go, and he'll take his swing with his dagger. That's going to miss. And then the last one's going to go against Bergen, also going to miss.
Yeah.
And with that, it is Lycan's turn.
Wait, both you and Bergen have already gone, right?
Yeah.
And you guys like ran up to meet them?
No,
Yes.
Bergen did. I did not run up because mine was ranged.
And
But 2 of them are on me now.
Yeah. How far away am I from Tam?
You're probably about 10 feet. That's a pretty narrow tunnel.
I'm going to use lightning lure,
Okay.
and I'm going to latch out at one on Tam. And so it needs to make a con save, I do believe.
Okay.
Or strength. I'm sorry, strength.
What's the DC?
I think it's only like 13.
Okay. 16 on the dice, so he's going to pass that.
Hoping he was weaker than that.
This guy has a -2 to strength. 14 is what he actually rolls. Even though it's a 16 on the die.
So he still just beats it.
still just
though.
beats it.
So nothing gets happened to him. Then.
Yeah.
That was an action. I'm gonna enter battle focus.
All right,
as a bonus
cool.
action.
Top of the order is Bergen. He's going to kick a piece of jerky to Lichen and give you a dive bardic inspiration, and he's going to swing his cleaver at the other one that's near him.
D6, right?
Yeah.
D6, and he's going to hit. That's a D6. That is only a few hit points, but these things are pretty wimpy. So, Tam, you're up.
I will do the same thing. Toll the dead on the one that Bergen just hit.
Cool.
That is a 15.
15 hits.
Yeah. D12. Ooh, a 12 on the D12.
Yeah, this guy.
There we go.
Another one down. You just squish him with your radiant energy. All right, it's their turn now. So 2 of them are going to keep going after you. So the first one is going to miss. Second one will hit. That is going to be 7 piercing damage. And then a further 6 halved to 3 poison damage.
Jeez.
And then make another DC 12 con save.
10 plus 2, 12.
Okay, man. That is exactly what you need. So you
And I also keep concentration on Shield of Faith.
pass that. The other ones are going to go attack Lichen. So the first one, that's going to be a miss. Another miss. Now it's Lycan's turn.
I'll take a swing. They're right up on me.
Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
23 to hit.
So there's which one are you attacking? There's one that's slightly beefier than the others.
I'll attack the weaker ones first.
All right, cool.
Wait, no, that's a D12. That's not D8. 5 damage.
All right, he's still up. Top of the order is Bergen's turn. He is going to run up to the one that you hit, and he is going to take a swing. He's going to miss.
No.
Tam, your turn.
Well, now I don't know what to do, Bergen. What am I supposed to do now?
Maybe you should attack the enemy?
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I'll draw my katana and shield and go after one of the 2 in front of me.
Cool.
15 on the dice.
That hits.
All right, that's a D8. Ooh, 7, 9 piercing.
He's still up, but he looks very hurt.
I'm gonna use a War Priest attack. So second attack is my bonus action.
Okay.
A nat 1. That is
Yeah.
number 5 on the night.
That's going to miss.
This one's going in the pile.
As you rear back to strike again with your katana, this slimy frog goes and spits at you, and you're like, you blink a little bit. And your
That's
attack
disgusting,
Is
mate.
this the same slime we've been seeing on the walls?
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. Perchance.
Just got that.
Perhaps. You're not quite sure. All right, so it's their turn. The beefier one starts making a noise, like how frogs can make like a trilling kind of noise. Make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw.
Everybody?
DC 12?
Everyone.
Everybody. All right, new dice.
What
Come on,
what kind of
buddy.
saving throw?
Wisdom saving
You'll
throw.
never guess what I just got, everybody.
Uh-huh.
Nathaniel level rolling over here. That's a nat 1.
Hey, bud. Medallion Bros.
Oh, no.
Nat 1, baby.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
2 nat 1s.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Bergen rolled a 5, so that's going to fail as well.
Jeez.
You all hear this chirping noise
Mhm.
and are mesmerized by it.
You
all
technically
are-
it's like a 4, but
You all are, it was DC 12. You all are stunned until the end of this creature's next turn.
No. Oh,
But that was his action.
it's cool.
But the other guys are going to go ham on you guys, and they have advantage on you. 2 will go against Tam. It's going to hit. What's your AC?
18, because
Okay.
I pulled my shield.
Yeah, he'll hit. The first one will hit, and so that's 7 piercing. Or no, not 7 piercing. That's 5 poison, which is halved to 2, and 5 piercing. And make a DC 12.
I live. I got it.
Okay.
13.
And then the second one has advantage as well. He's going to miss, though.
Still have concentration on Shield of Faith.
And then the last one's going to attack Lichen. He has advantage. What's your AC right now?
17.
17. He's going to hit you as well.
Okay.
So that is going to be 5 piercing,
Half to 3?
half to 3, and 8 poison.
Up to 2, I think.
Yes, have to.
In
yes.
this house, we round
Yes,
down.
we round down. Yes, so 5 half to 2, and
The full 5 poison, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, the full 8 poison actually.
It was 8
It was
poison?
8, 2 4s on both d4s.
Okay.
And make a
so
DC 12 con save
2
for
plus
me.
8, that's 10. Con 12, you said?
Mhm.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
20, 23.
Nice. All right, it's your turn. You are stunned, which means you are incapacitated. You can't move.
Cool. Love it. Like it. Give me some more.
The looks back and forth, everybody have been worth their weight in
But-
gold the last 10 minutes.
But I
or
was
so.
attacked, so my rage doesn't drop.
No, you were
Yeah,
good.
sweet.
Yes.
So at least I don't-
An
at least I don't lose
incapacitated,
that.
an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
But it can take bonus
It
actions.
can take bonus actions, I think. According to
I
the,
was joking, but
the rules. Anyway, so that's your turn. Tam, you're also stunned.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bergen's also stunned. They're going to go again, which the good news is that at the end of their turn, you will be good, but they're going to still...
Well, do they have when does the beefy boy go? Because his turn.
They operate on the same initiative, so I'm
Darn
going to
it.
say at the end of all of their turns.
Darn it.
So they get
One of them's-
advantage on this round.
Yes,
Too.
but one of them is going to go after Bergen this time.
He still has his +2 AC.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's a crit.
Dang it!
So the way that we do crits is max damage die plus an extra roll of the damage die, and that's with a melee weapon crit. That's what. It
Yes,
does.
instruct
So,
us, Nathaniel.
We haven't had a crit before.
I think we did in the first episode.
maybe
or
we
something.
have.
It's
Yeah,
been
you're
it's
right.
been a while.
So
I'm just grumpy because I'm
4
stunned and I have
plus
3
4.
HP.
That's 8, and then another 8
Jeez.
poison damage. So Bergen takes more than that. They have +2, so he takes 18 damage total off of this
Jeez.
one hit.
Oh.
And he needs to make a con save,
Ooh.
which he passes.
I mean, it could be a lot worse if we're not passing that, man.
Oh yeah, but I
Like-
mean, at this point, I am firmly in Lichen's camp. Like we cannot lose the chili chef.
Next one's gonna attack you. He rolls a nat 1
Yes!
and a 19 because he has advantage.
Man,
So that's going to be 4 piercing damage.
Tam goes bye bye.
Oh no! You guys see Tam fall unconscious, and then the others are gonna go after Lichen. So that actually will miss even with advantage. Rolled a 3 and a 7. and last one will hit. So that's going to be 4 piercing and 5 poison.
7 total.
Yes, and make another DC 12 con save.
Come on, buddy.
15.
Yes.
All right, and now it is Lichen's turn, and you are not stunned anymore.
Yes.
You shake yourself out of your stupor just in time to see Tam going down.
This all went bad as soon as Bergen missed. Just let the record
Bergen's
show.
the MVP.
Okay.
He's the key player.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring him.
He's down. How many people, what do we call them? Slogs?
Slogs.
How many slogs are
There
on
are
Tam?
4. So there's 1 on Tam. There's 2 on you, 1 on Tam, 1 on Bergen.
Okay.
This is the desperation. Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Bergen's gonna say, I can help him if you want to take care of business.
And there's 4 left.
Yes.
Okay.
2 of them look very hurt.
There's like water around, right? I'm assuming this whole tunnel is like damp.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to punch my hand into a puddle of water on the ground,
Okay.
and a blue claw reaches out of the floor over Tam and takes a swipe at the guy on him.
Okay.
So
and of course I'm unconscious to see, like I see none of this.
Yep.
Ah.
come on. 16 to hit. I'm
Oh, yeah,
assuming
that hits.
Okay. 7 damage. 7 damage.
This thing rips it apart.
Oh, nice.
Another slog down.
And then I'll attack the one of the ones that's wounded on me, whichever one looks the most hurt
Okay.
right now. 22.
Good.
That hit.
gravy.
I wanted a 20. I was like, come on. 10 damage.
All right, you kill this one too. Cut it in half.
Nice.
Alright, so I take 2 out. So there's 2 left,
There's
one
2
of which
left.
being the beefy.
One of which being the beefier one. Bergen is going to cast Healing Word on Tam.
All right.
So you get 7 hit points back.
All right.
Yeah, 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Y'all, I've rolled mostly 4s on my d4s tonight.
Okay, good. Keep that one for the good guys.
You come to with a crab claw,
Yeah.
like an umbrella,
See, I feel like
just
Tam,
like guarding you.
I feel like Tam just looks up and just goes. Like just more weirdness.
Bergen will swing with his... So that was his bonus action. He'll swing with an action on the slime frog right in front of him, but he's going to miss. And with that, it is Tam's turn.
Ben says thank you. Tam says. So there's nobody on me anymore.
No, there's 1 on Bergen and 1 in melee with Lichen.
And the big one is the one on Lichen.
Yes. He's not that big. A little bit bigger.
Bigger.
His muscles are more well defined.
Gotcha. He's in a cut. Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna like roll up and continue to roll forward and attack the one on Lichen. It's a 3. It's not a 1.
Yeah.
So a total of 8 or 7. Excuse
So
me.
that's gonna miss. So you would have hit him, but he drops to the ground, starts doing a few push-ups just to stay pumped and stay loose.
You're not impressing
in the
anybody, you
middle
know.
of the fight. And it's their turn. So one of them is gonna go after Bergen.
I feel like maybe
it's
Tam
gonna
was
be a
just looking
miss.
over his shoulder at the crab claw the whole time, like, we've got an uneasy alliance, you and I.
And the
I'll
other
deal
one
with you later.
is gonna miss against Lichen as he swings at Lichen.
Thank goodness.
So they both miss. Lichen, your turn.
Yes. Bonus action, sliding the claw over to, so there's 2 left, 1 beefy, 1 not.
Yes.
Are either of them injured?
No. Neither of them have been
I'll
touched.
start going to work on the beefy boy.
Because
All right.
Bergen hasn't hit anybody yet.
All right, so nat 20.
All right. Yes.
Let's go.
You're
Okay.
balancing out my nat 1s tonight. I'm here for it.
Okay, so max die, roll again. 14 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then, so that was the claw. I'm going to take my glaive and go with the next one. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Have either of y'all used your bardic inspiration yet?
No,
No.
I have not needed.
I was
to.
going
It's-
to, but I rolled a 1, and I was like, this
Yeah,
isn't
mine,
going to save me.
mine
yeah,
have
yeah,
mine
yeah.
have been so bad.
Since
or
then, I've
good,
been
yeah.
lucky enough to actually get it. 9 damage. 14 and 9 on the beefy boy.
He definitely looks hurt. He's not on death's door yet or anything, but he does not look great. It's Bergen's turn. He is going to not cast a spell. He's going to swing on the regular guy who's in front of him, and he's going to miss again. With that, it's Tam's turn.
So I'm up on the one.
the big
I'm up
one
on the
next
big
to
one.
Lichen.
I'm going after him. This
Yeah.
is no longer fun for me. I'm gonna swing at him. 12, 16.
That hits.
Yes. Okay, so it's a D8. 3 plus 5 piercing. on that one.
Yeah, he is still up. It's their turn, so one's going to go after Bergen.
Actually, I'll use a bonus action. I'll use Healing Word on Lichen.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will look over and say, all right, let's go. And you get, is it 24?
Big money, big money, big money.
4
Let's go.
plus 2. You get 6 more HP.
Doubled what I had.
Woohoo! Double digits.
All right, so it's the frog's turn. One of them's going to attack Bergen, and he misses. The other one attacks Lichen, and he also misses. So they are not doing great. Lichen, you are up.
Claw on the big boy.
All right.
15 to hit.
That hits.
5 damage
All right, cool.
of cold.
Yeah,
and,
you were whittling it down.
And also apparently his speed reduces by 10 as well.
Oh,
Not
cool.
that matters. And then with my glaive, my second, that's only a 12.
Yeah, that misses.
Bardic. Bardic.
I will use my bardic, which I totally remembered and was planning.
It's really good to remember all of the resources that you have
6.
access to.
There we
So,
go.
yeah, what is that? That's a lot.
That's 18, and it does hit.
Yes.
His AC is 13.
Yes.
7.
All right,
7
he's
damage.
looking very rough.
There we go.
Top of the order is Bergen's turn. He is going to give you another die of Bardic Inspiration.
Let's go. Gosh, this chef.
And he misses his swing. He has rolled 8. He has a +3 to his melee attacks. Puts him at 11. The AC of all these little frog guys is 12.
Oh my gosh.
So he's missed by 1 for like a bunch of swings. That's him. Tam, you're up.
I am going to swing at the big boy.
All right.
18 on the dice.
Yep, that
Let's
hits.
Go.
That hits.
8 on the D8, so that's 10.
How do you
piercing
finish?
damage.
How do you finish this
I
slime frog?
I think this big one, maybe like right as it's about to, expand its throat sac again, I just straight up
Yep.
stab through it and just slash down. Like when you see in samurai movies, they kind of
Yep.
flick the blade down to get whatever's on it off. You see a bunch of mud come off. And I'm about to sheath it, and then I remember there's one more, and I just turn around.
It's his turn, and he, seeing his beefy guy dispatched in that manner, lets out a panicked and takes the disengage action, and he's going to run down the hallway.
He hasn't been hit yet?
He's not yet been hit,
I mean,
and it's your turn.
yeah, I'm chasing him.
Okay.
Okay.
And then also bonus action, I can move it 30 feet. And since he took the disengage action, I'm
Perfect.
assuming.
Yeah, he is not. He's well within range.
Okay. I'll try to put it in front of him. How far did he make it?
30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll both.
You can probably move it up next to him.
He could have
yeah.
gone 30. He chose to do 20 for some reason.
Actually, he only has a speed of 20 feet. So
Oh, well, there you go. He chose 20 because it's all he could do.
Crab Claw is gonna miss hard. It's an at one.
Oh, my gosh.
But it'll just stay in front of him, and then I'll run up the rest of the way and take a swing. 11 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Bardic.
Yeah, I caught it, but 5, so 16 now.
Yeah, his AC is 12, so you do hit.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Yeah.
You skewer this last slime frog, and it goes and dissipates into sludge on the ground. And we're out of initiative. You guys have defeated
gosh.
the.
I feel like Tam was in the
Slime
midst of,
frogs.
doing this really cool transition from sheathing his sword, dropping the shield, to pulling his butt. Oh. Well done.
For the 6 seconds left, you look over at Lichen. He looks like a wild animal. He's looking around wildly, looking for something else to hit. And then it drops.
Tam just says, "You all right?"
Yeah, no, I'm...
These are
I'm
rather
good.
disgusting creatures. This
Those
is gross.
Those things hit a little harder than I was expecting.
Can I ask Lichen to make a perception check? Can I do that?
What do you mean?
Can he make a perception check?
No, I mean,
Can he make a perception check?
For what? What if I don't want to make it?
Then that's fine.
What information? What?
I want to see if he notices that Danny's hand was on his hilt.
Tams?
Yes, Tam. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Sure. 13.
When you come out of the rage, you see that Tam's hand is on the hilt of his katana. It's sheathed,
Yeah.
but it's not. I mean, he's just. You all right?
Lichen smiles unsettlingly.
Oh no!
Bergen's just trying to shake all of the slime off him. This is really a gross place. I don't like being here.
Yeah, this
is
place
not
is
good.
weird.
I don't
Apparently,
think I'm going to find any ingredients down in this sewer that are edible or fit for consumption. I don't like it.
well, you and me though. Apparently it's your turn to set him up, my turn to knock him down.
Yes, well, I'm happy to play my part in whatever way is helpful. So you guys are out of initiative, and you continue down the hallway exploring these sewers, and that is a great place for us to end our session.
Oh my gosh!
There we go. 100% starting off with a short rest.
We need to roll to take us out.
Yes.
I forgot we're doing
I'm gonna roll the metal dice, see if it can redeem itself.
Lowest does it?
Uh-huh.
I got a 13.
8.
2.
Oh, Mikey Maz, take us out.
Thanks for joining us, guys, on Across the Glass Sea. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, anyone who might enjoy some D&D podcasts from time to time of three guys figuring out how to podcast along the way. But always remember, until next time, slime frogs are called slogs, and they almost killed us.